Welcome back to Hippie Bliss Travel. Today we are heading from Vancouver, British Columbia to Harrison Hot Springs. Harrison Hot Springs is about 90 minutes east of Vancouver on British Columbia 1 or the Trans-Canadian Highway, passing green fields with mountains in the background. This was late October, right before Halloween. One day I googled hot springs near me. When we say near me, we mean within a day's drive usually. And up came Harrison Hot Springs. We had never heard of it, so I did a little research on the hot springs. If we hadn't gone to Vancouver first, Harrison Hot Springs would be about a 5.5 hour drive from Portland, not counting crossing the border time. Oh, here we are crossing this bridge is crossing the Fraser River. The hot springs is located in the Fraser Valley in a village on the south side of Harrison Lake. Population around 1,500, and the village of Harrison Hot Springs started as a resort in 1886. Here we are on the outskirts of the village of Harrison Hot Springs. We're coming into town. A lot of it at this point is just residential, and there are some newer buildings, are like townhouses and stuff that have been obviously been built recently. This is the drive on the lakefront in Harrison. Most of the restaurants near the resort are along this road. We got there a little before check-in time, so we stopped and walked along the lake. It rained on and off the whole time we were there, so some of the pictures or videos you will see it downpouring, and others it's not raining. And they do love their Bigfoot, which I am a Bigfoot fan too.
Figure out what the name of the hotel is.
Yeah, it's Harrison Hot Springs Resort and Spa, I think, or something.
Oh, so we're at the actual Harrison Hot Springs Resort?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you're right. Take note of where the car is right now.
You gotta love the fall colors, the splash of yellow mixed in with the sea of green trees. Then the one little lonely boat out on the water that day. By looking at the water, you can see it has started to rain for a little bit. It would rain for like an hour or so and then stop for a couple hours. And here's the rainbow starting, and it gets better. It's a little brighter, and then you see the reflection in the water. And this, I think, is the best one of the three. And here we are from the balcony of our room. We had booked a room, and when I went to check in, they said, "Oh, there was something wrong with that. It must have been with that section, because there was another guy that they said they upgraded. Uh, the only difference is we got a balcony, which was cool for the view.
Yeah.
And then we were up in our room, and then we looked, and
I see a lot of witch
could
hats. I
see
see
this
a lot
group of, it
of.
looks like it must have been like teenagers or junior high, middle school age kids, and it was like a parade of the Halloween costumes in their kayaks and their paddle boards. I just thought that was cool, lit up at night of the hot springs. Here's the carpet in front of our room. I don't know what. When I think it's a cool carpet, I take a picture.
Bathroom?
You did get robes to wear down to the hot springs. And this is walking around the resort. It is a true old-fashioned resort. It was all decked out for Halloween, so there was a lot of Halloween decorations. We walked around. They had a restaurant we actually didn't go to, but they did have a bar that served food. We headed out to dinner the first night. We walked around along that lakefront. This is some artwork from along there. They did have a little grocery store. You can see it was pouring rain on the way back. We did find a Greek restaurant, Milos, and the food was spectacular, and they came with huge serving sizes. Neither of us could eat our full meal. We got roasted lamb, and it was fork tender. You touched it with a fork, it fell apart. It was delicious. It was just very large servings. And this is the view from the hotel room after dark. And this one's from inside, so you get a little glare from the glass. And this is the same view in the morning, a night versus morning. And this they sold pastries and juice and stuff in the morning, so we stopped. This was in the resort. We stopped, and then you could sit and look out at the lake, and this is where the entrance was. This was pretty cool. It took me a minute to realize this isn't a painting. It's actually like cross stitching, you know. And the reason we came was for the hot springs. They have three outdoor pools. One is an adult only, one is for families, and then they have a larger, it wasn't cold water, but it was cooler water. It wasn't, the super hot water. And then inside they had another pool and the actual hot springs, like the hot tub size, like this one here. And they add water to cool it down to 104, it said. Very refreshing. I have varicose veins in my legs after spending 2 days in these hot tubs. The varicose veins went away for a little bit. They're now back, but for a couple days it was good. You gotta love Canada. They had a designated area not only for cigarettes, but also cannabis and vaping. Thank you for joining us. Favorite picture of the day is the rainbow with the rainbow reflection in the water. Hope to see you next time.